All right, let's take a look at Scarlett number 4. This is from Image Comics and Skybound, part of their Energon universe, which is taking the comics world by storm. It's one of the big sensations of the past year, and has been outselling like long-standing Marvel and DC titles. This is from Robert Kirkman and Company, and basically. So the Energon universe is basically a new universe of Transformers and G.I. Joe, not to be confused with the regular G.I. Joe title that's still being put out by Image and Skybound, written by Larry Hama. That continues back to the original Marvel Comics. They've been doing mini-series of G.I. Joe characters leading up to the formation of the G.I. Joe team. Meanwhile, Transformers has been going strong. They're in the teens now. And they'll be crossing over more and more and more with them. They've been crossed over a bit up to this point, but they're still not aware of each other totally. Scarlett and Destro are the latest two miniseries that they've been doing. And in the past, it was Duke and Cobra Commander. I like the Cobra Commander series a lot. That was pretty neat. This Scarlett series, I don't know. I can't get into it. Scarlett is on a mission where it requires her to go into the, I'm going to ruin this this name, the Rikishaga, I think that's what they're called, or Rishikaga clan, from the old Marvel comics. She has to infiltrate them. She's apparently part of, or was a part of, that whole milieu of ninja. I know in the old toys she was part of the Ninja Force, and kids just went with it, you know. Also, in the old comics, her and Snake Eyes were a thing, whereas they didn't really do that in the cartoon. It was implied that like her and Duke had some sort of thing, and then later on it was actually oh man, what's her name? Lady J, I think, was actually with Flint, right? If I'm not mistaken. Also, in these comics, Scarlett and Jinx are friends or more than friends. I don't know. It's really implied that they're more than friends, but it's not overt. And I think when you read it, them living together and them talking as though they're a couple, they just talk like they're an old couple. Um, they're probably together. It doesn't really matter to me, but like I don't know why they won't just stick the landing and say like yes they are together, and you know, whatever. I guess they still want to do the whole Snake Eyes thing in the future. I don't know. Um, Anyways, Jinx is on her own mission that Scarlett has to infiltrate, and they're both sort of like, I mean, Jinx is like, why the hell are you here? And Scarlett's like, I was hired by Stalker to come get you and all that stuff. Meanwhile, they're all on a mission with Storm Shadow, etc. Here's Storm Shadow being awesome, to get this sort of magic item. And yeah, there you have it. So right now in this issue, they're infiltrating some sort of base. My issue with this, I'm sorry, like I think I put up the credits. I'm sorry, but like I don't understand the art. It's not that the art isn't good. I mean, the art's there and it's serviceable, and like, you know, there's a room, there's people, and you see it all. But the action is not dynamic at all. I don't understand what's happening half the time. Here's an example. So this okay. Storm Shadow comes from the ceiling and stabs this guy. So there you go. There's action lines and stuff. I don't know what the hell is happening here. He's just slashing. I don't know if there's people around or if he's slashing people or he's just doing a pose. I don't know what's going on there. Here, yeah, he's stabbing these two guys, but there's no animation to it. Like, you know how cartooning used to be, and even like Jack Kirby does this all the time, that when someone's punching, in your mind's eye and the trick of the eye, you could see him punching. There's a dynamic motion to it. And here it just looks like a pose. It doesn't look like he's really actually jabbing these guys. I don't know what's going on here. I think he lunged forward and slashed them in the front before lunging forward. I don't know. The worst is, and you might think like, Sean, you're an idiot. But the worst is this splash page doesn't make any sense. I don't know what's maybe like to a modern comic reader, like, oh yeah, you know, like they're just like doing stuff around in the room. Um, there's multiple instances of Scarlett and Storm Shadow. And the way like Frank Miller used to do it is like you could see the motion and animation of it, that like Daredevil rolls and then lands and then flips and then lunges, and you see each figure do that, and you can follow along that he's doing that. Here it's like Scarlett's here, right? And then Scarlett is here. Okay, so I guess she went from here to here. But then Scarlett is like here and here. So what happened? Like, what is happening here? I should be able to like. What's the guy's name? Gil Keane? Is he the guy who did Family Circus? Like, Family Circus can do this. Why can't you? I can't follow along what's going on. It's like Storm Shadow is here, and then he's facing this way here, and then he's here. I don't. What is this crap? Maybe that's intentional. Maybe it's the new way of doing things, Sean. You don't understand, but like, it goes against the basic tenets of cartooning. I should be able to follow along what's happening. It's like, you know, Scarlett's over here and she's here. It's like I don't get it. I don't get the motion and dynamism of the action scenes in this, and maybe I'm wrong, but I can't get into this. I don't care about this magic item. I don't care about, I mean, obviously it's not a status quo for the character, so I'll give a crap, right? Like, I've read comics and I've seen movies. It's like, what's the threat here? What's the stakes? I don't get it. And it's like, G.I. Joe isn't even informed yet. Like, who cares about this pre-mission crap? So yeah, here, Storm Shadow is like, it is the fabled sort of life, the power of it, and the feeling as if destined for my hand, destined to rule all. And Scarlett's like, oh boy, I just helped this guy get this. Like, is this the guy who should be having this? And I guess they fight him and get rid of it. Like, gee, I predicted what's happening. The problem is I don't feel there's a lot of stakes to these. The Destro one is interesting because is Destro sort of contemplating what he wants to do with his future, really, is what that is about. Here it's like she's on this mission and there's this, I don't know what her relationship is with Jinx, and there's a bullcrap item that we know is going to be resolved anyways. People are just slashing and doing stuff in their fights, and I don't really know what or who they're fighting. So yeah, I can't really recommend this. I don't know. I tried to get into it. I showed you my problems, and maybe it's my problems, but yeah, can't recommend this. I'll stick with it and see how it concludes. But if you like this video, please consider subscribing to this channel. I do comic reviews all the time. I plan to do a lot more stuff with all the crap I have. And please give a thumbs up to this video. And thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.